Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning to you all. Our today's question, it is a new curriculum number, and as you are seeing it on the screen, it says,
Teacher is planning to transport not more than 400 students to a seminar in a neighboring school located 10 kilometers away. However, he does not know how many trips each vehicle will make so as to minimize transport expenses. After consultation with the manager, Superfree Express Bus Company, the teacher realizes that if all students paid, their total contribution should not be less than 360,000 shillings. The school is to hire a bus which carries 64 students per trip and a minibus which carries 16 students per trip. The number of trips made by the bus should be at least 2, and those made by the minibus should be at most 6. The minibus should make more trips than the bus, and the charges will be 40,000 Ugandan shillings and 90,000 Ugandan shillings per trip for the minibus and the bus respectively. The task: help the teacher to find out the number of trips each vehicle should make to achieve this goal. Maximum number of students that the teacher can transport.
okay, I think all of us, we have heard the question, and let us start summarizing it together. They informed us already that the teacher is planning to transport not more than 400 students, which means the students, the number of students are not more than 400, which means they are less or equal to 4. They are less or equal to 400. That is our first equation. Then they also informed us that the distance from the school to where the seminar is, it is 10 kilometers. So our distance is equal to 10 kilometers. Then from there, we have the inequalities already. We are saying that the contribution of the students should not be less than 360. So the students' contribution should not be less than, so it should be greater than or equal to 360,000. That is our third equation. Then we have the minibus and the bus. Here we need to first let the bus trips be capital B. The trips made by the bus, let them be B, and the minibus trips to be M. So we are going to be using B and M in our equations. But remember, they informed us that the number of students, the bus carries 64 students and the minibus carries 16 students. But the minibus carries students more than the number of trips made by the minibus are more than the number of trips made by the bus. So our first equation, it is M greater than B. That is our first inequality. Then they also informed us that the number of trips made by the bus should be at least 2. So which means the B bus, which is the bus, should be at least 2, which means it is greater than or equal to 2. It is our second equation. and those made by the minibus should be at most 6. So which means M at most means less than or equal. So M is less than or equal to 6. That is our third equation. And the last equation, it is the second last equation. It is that of the money. They informed us that if 40,000 and 90,000 per trip of the minibus and the bus, which means 40,000 times the minibus plus 90,000 times the bus. This is the equation that is going to help us to determine the amount of money that the teacher will spend. Then, lastly, the bus carries 64 students and the minibus carries 16 students. But remember the students, they informed us that they are less than or equal to 400, which means 64 times the big bus plus 16 times the minibus is less than or equal to 400 students. So these are the 4 inequalities that we are having. Then the last 2 are automatic. M must be greater than or equal to 0 and B must be greater than or equal to 0. These are our inequalities. So for now, let us present our summaries on the graph together. Then after generating these inequalities, to plot them, some of us, we always want to first get the 0. Then you say that if B is 0, what is M? If M is 0, what is B? By that is wastage of time. An example on this inequality, it says that 64B plus 16M is less or equal to 400. You're supposed to just divide this constant. You divide it through. You divide it by 400, by 400, by 400. After dividing it through, you are going to get this is the 1 automatically. Then by 16, here you get 20 what? Stopping here. Okay, after placing your calculation, if you reduce here by 16, you are going to get M over 25. Then you reduce here by 64. Are we together? So you get B over 6.2 over 6.25. Then you plot these coefficients on your graph. There is no need of saying if B is 0, what is M? If M is 0, what is B? So the coefficient, the denominator on B on M, it is 25. The M axis is here. You come and plot where 25 is. Then the denominator on B, it is 6.25. 6.25. This is 6. So this is 6.25, which is the one that is here. You plot there and you draw this line. Then to know whether you need to shade the other side or this side, it is simple. This side where there is a 0, it is less than. This side where there is no 0, it is greater than. But for us, we are having less than. So we need this side. It implies that this side is useless for us. Then even these negatives, they have no use. This negative side, Then this one, it is M greater than B. To draw it, you first draw M is equal to B. This is the line that is M is equal to B. But it is dotted because it doesn't contain the equal sign. This sign is not there. It is just greater than. So that's why our line is dotted. So on this side where there is M is greater than B. On this side where there is B is greater than M. But for us, we are having M greater than B. So which means we need this side. We don't need this. Then we are having B greater than 2. That is automatic. On B, this is 2. You draw the line B is equal to 2 and you shade the, we need the greater. So we don't need the less. So we shade the less side. Then the last one is M less or equal to 6. M is 6 is here. You draw the line there. We need the less. So we don't need any number greater than 6. So we shade the upper part. And you are seeing the region that we are remaining with. In our question, they wanted us to find the number of the maximum number of students that the teacher can take to the seminar. You read the coordinates in this region that is not shaded. The first one is 4 and 5. Remember, this is 6, which means 5 is here. So our first coordinate is 4, 5. Then the second one is 3, 5. It is 3, 5. The third one is 3 and 4. It is 3 and 4. Now these are the number of trips. Remember, the first one is M, is B. Is B, this is M. This is B, this is M, this is B, this is M. Now they want us to find the number of the trips. The first task was help the teacher to find out the number of trips each vehicle should make to achieve the teacher's goal. So there are 3 answers. We need to test which answer is going to enable the teacher to achieve his goal. Are we together? We are going to first find the amount of money each combination must produce. The first combination is 4 and 5. If you substitute it here, this is our equation of money. You are seeing it. You are going to substitute this B here and this M here, and you place your calculators. Therefore, after substituting these combinations, this combination of 4 and 5, if we substitute it in this equation for the transport cost, we get 560,000. And if if you substitute it in this equation, you get 475. Then if it gives us 430,000. Then there is also this combination which is here. All of us, we are seeing it. It is 260. We don't take this intersection and this one because they are on the dotted line. So dotted line, it is like we are not sure about what we are looking for. But this one, it is on the solid lines. So we take it as 26. And if you substitute it in our equation of the transport cost, you get 420,000 Ugandan shillings. Then the first question said that help the teacher to find out the number of trips each vehicle should make to achieve his goal. If we depend on this transport costs, this may be our answer. because it is the cheapest. All other combinations, their transport costs are high. But we need to first way to make a decision. Part B says, what is the maximum number of students that the teacher can transport? The first combination gave us 336 students. To get them, you substitute this value of B and the value of M in this equation, because it is the equation of the number of students. You substitute this 4 where there is B and substitute this 5 where there is M. And you compute, you get 336 students. Then 35 gives us 272 students. And then 3 and 4, it gives us 256 students. 2, 6, it gives us 224 students. This combination is the cheapest. But this one is the one that will enable the teacher to achieve his goal of taking more students. Remember, they informed us that the number of students they need to be less than or equal to 400. So the goal of the teacher is to take a large number of students, which is 336. So part A, which was asking us to find out the number of trips, the number of trips, therefore, the number of trips to be made by the bus are, for the bus it will make 4 trips, 4 trips, and the minibus will make 5 trips by the minibus. This is part A. Then the part B was asking that what is the maximum number of students that the teacher can transport? The maximum number of students is 336. Part B, the maximum number of students is 336 students. So these are the answers for part A and the part B. Then more clarification here. Remember we said that let the number of trips made by the minibus be M. Some of us will make a mistake and here you put X axis, yet you use the M. So you need to put here M axis, then here B axis. Thank you for watching. Math is easy for me, but it can be easy for you.